So this is going to be an incredibly niche video that I don't think anyone's necessarily going to find helpful, but I just wanted to kind of talk about it. I feel like I wanted to put it somewhere on YouTube that I've been uploading some free stuff to my website. Like this is free. And if you want to get any of this stuff for free, you can just click on it, add to your cart. And you can literally, if you're not comfortable with, because it's free, if you're not comfortable putting in your real details, literally just put in any ha 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 at hahaha.com and it will work. Put in any, it doesn't have to be a real thing, and then click complete order and it'll give you the download link. You don't have to, my website's a store, first and foremost. It's like a merch store, but obviously I can get a little quirky with it. It will take you to a PDF document. I assure you that it is fine. The PDF document. So basically, the website only allows 25 megabyte uploads on free files. If they weren't free, I've got 2 gigabytes. If I charged for these, I would be able to just upload the files straight up. But yeah. So it'll take you to a PDF document, which will then take you to a Google Drive file. So trust me, it's all good. But yeah, these are Stream Deck icons that I've recently just put out. I've only put out 2 colors. I've made 7 colors, I think, because I don't know when to stop making variations. I was going to make 7 colors and I was going to do so much. Anyways, that's on my website. So I wanted to kind of just show what I did, because, okay, I didn't make the actual icons, the literal icons that you're looking at, the A. I didn't make that because, I'm not that. I need to learn how to first of all, to make icons like that. And second of all, there's no way I could make 1,500 of those in a timely manner. Good Lord. So, I actually found this resource. They're called Phosphor Icons. It's phosphoricons.com. And they're actually fine with you using, their icons for whatever. I'll put their website here on screen, phosphoricons.com. Completely fine. You can download them. It says there's 9,000 icons. It's actually 1,512 icons, but there's different styles. There's regular, there's bold, there's filled in, there's duotone. There's a few different styles. Their icons are really nice though, and I find that I feel like I probably don't need any other icons. I can probably find something. So for anyone who doesn't know what a Stream Deck is, here, let me pull up my Stream Deck. So my Stream Deck is basically just shortcuts. How you can Control C to copy. It's pretty much like that, but you can put a little fancy icon design on it, and you've got a separate application. You can actually have a Stream Deck. I think you can have a Stream Deck with just your phone. Actually, you can turn your phone into a Stream Deck. I don't think you actually physically need to buy an Elgato product. I don't know how that works with and setting up Stream Deck here, but I think you might need to own an Elgato product for this. I don't know, but I literally have a virtual Stream Deck, which I'll press Control. Yeah, here it is. Here's my virtual Stream Deck, which here, let me put it here. It's just got a bunch of Photoshop shortcuts. It's really cool. It's just an on-screen, it's just shortcuts. I'm literally obsessed with shortcuts. I remember when I first got my Stream Deck when it came out years ago, I was like, I don't know what the hell to do with this. What the hell am I using this for? And now it's what can I not use for this? Anyways, I wanted to kind of just talk about how I did this. It's really not that crazy. So I download the icons. You get these files. I just made my own folder, but you get I took the PNG files. Here's the bold ones. Here's what they all look like. So what I've been doing is I've been taking this bold folder. I've been putting into Hotel icons, putting into processing, just putting in here. And then I made I've made multiple Photoshop actions actually. So my whole deal with these icons I decided to make. Originally I was just making fancy glass looking icons, and then I was like, I hate that icons aren't, because when you get an icon from other, I'm not trying to put anyone down or anything like this, but when you get icons from other icon galleries, we've got Pure here. if I just, I mean, let me see. Is there's like a crop? There's like another icon gallery that has a crop. No, there's not. See, this is so cool. Like my one's got a crop. But yeah, like I like personally, I like using the in-game text. Because yeah, I think most people will just tell you, oh, just add the text, you know, auto click, and just do that in Photoshop or Paint or whatever. But honestly, like, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. If I'm trying to add a new shortcut on the fly, I would rather just be able to just type the text. But like a lot of people, they, when you're adding like a new icon for whatever reason, a lot of them are just weighted towards the center is the best way I can put it. So I mean, you can see what I mean. Like the icons are literally like they're centered, which looks nice, you know, for most people, because most people probably don't need to add text, or don't care to add text because, you know, maybe they think that the text in the Elgato is ugly, which fair enough. I more go for a mixture of aesthetic and practicality. So fair enough if you think they're ugly, but yeah, I don't know. I quite like the Tahoma font in white. I usually make it 11 to 12 pixels. Depends on how, you know, big the text is. It's 13. This one works. But yeah, like literally like just I forget. Yeah, so I made it so the icons they're still centered, but they're not centered to the middle. They're centered to like a little bit higher up. So if I press this, the icons are centered towards this. This is what they're centered towards, rather than being centered towards like this, because this is like the middle. You know what I mean? So if I did this, this is what this icon would look like if it was centered towards like if it's how everyone else packaged their icons. But I've decided to do it like this, which looks bad if you don't add text, to be fair. But I personally, I just did something that I thought the world needed more of. You know, I don't think the Stream Deck community needs more fucking like glossy fancy icons. I mean, I did make version. Let me see, where's my Stream Deck? I did make versions. I say versions. I did make. Oh, it's not that one. These are this is what I was making variants. So like this was me using the full version, like the full type icons. I'll show you the difference. So like this is just like what Alien looks like normally, but then this is what Alien looks like filled in. I haven't released the filled in one, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know if I will release those because it's kind of a lot. You know what I mean? It's kind of a lot. Spotify, please. I don't need you right now. But I did start by, this was like the first kind of like versions I made, was like the centered versions. So I do have, and I'm like, maybe I should release centered versions for those that don't actually, they just like the style. They don't actually need the ability to type. But I think it's more important. I don't think the world necessarily needs more just centralized icons. These are a bitch to put out, by the way, because there's so many of them. It takes a while to compile them. So what I've done, I stylized. That's what I'm calling this stylized. I'm giving full credit to the people that actually made the icons. Phosphor Icons, shout out to those guys. I'm definitely gonna have to buy them a Ko-fi for a few months. I mean, I'm not charging for these icons because I just didn't feel right doing that, even though I'm like, yeah, I've done some work here. I think that you can charge if I wanted to. I could charge like $1 for these icons if I wanted to, but I was like, no, it's free. They're very niche anyway. Like I'm not going to charge people. So I designed this style. I kind of obsessed over it a little bit. I couldn't decide if I wanted like this. Oh, hold on, it's on the folder. If I wanted to be like this or what. Also, I've got like different rainbow colors. Happy Pride, y'all. That's not why. I just like the way rainbows look, to be honest. But you know, also woke. But yeah, I've got these pretty colors. Originally, like the original icon, I was originally just making this for me. So like I was doing it like this because it's kind of like based on how my website branding is, or whatever you want to call it. Like my icon's got like the green gradient with the white coming up. I originally had it like this, and centered and everything, but I was like, I kind of just did that, and I was like, you know what, that's actually really clean. I'm gonna just go with that. So I've just got these with some nice gradients, and I've just I've basically just exported all these as backgrounds. You know, the white little top with the gradient, exported all of these as backgrounds. And then I made a Stream Deck, not Stream Deck, a Photoshop action. I need to make a whole separate video on Photoshop actions. There's probably people that will explain it better, but Photoshop actions are fantastic if you need to do a repetitive task. Like, can you imagine me sitting here doing all 1,500 of these icons? You kind of have to get creative with it, which is why I kind of love Photoshop actions, because you really have to. It's kind of like problem solving, and even then, you still might not get a perfect, what you're looking for. But I think I managed to get it perfect. So basically, the way this works, if I can go through it step by step, I'll try. Let me just go back to my thumbnail resources. Sorry, my documents are a mess, dude. PNGs. I feel like I'm like letting someone into my house, and I'm just like, dude, don't mind. I'm sorry, excuse the mess. Let me just do processing actually, so I don't want to mess with the originals. I've just been using the Acorn because it's pretty big. So Stream Deck icons are 144 by 144. These icons, the PNGs, are 256 by 256. So immediately, my thought process when it comes to, I know how to apply a Photoshop action to like the icon, but it's like, okay, how do I know to do it in batch? I just have to go to automate and then batch, and then that will I can select a folder, and Photoshop will over and over and over and over and over again apply the same action to the files in that folder. And you can have it so it saves and closes. I just made it so the action saves and closes it, so it then moves on to the next one. But it's like, okay, how do we keep it? Because obviously when you're trying to add stuff to Stream Deck, if I'm going to go open Stream Deck's library, icon library right here, which this is so cool to see my own icons in here. Yeah, just these guys right here. When I'm adding these guys, they've got to have a name. You got to name the files. So if I want to add Acorn, I just type Acorn and it's right there. Acorn bold.png. So if I want to do that, I need all of these files to be named. I'm not about to go through and name 1,500 files. They're already named. So the best thing to do is to, take the, I've just been using these base files. Just take like these files and basically duplicate them, like put them in another folder. So there's like a second instance of them. They've still got all their names and stuff like that. And then you just want to save over them. So I'll show you, for example, let me just play this Photoshop icon. I'll play, I guess it doesn't really matter which one I play, to be honest. I'll just do this one. Played it, and now when I come back here, look at that. It's kind of like magic. It's crazy. And that's why you want to have a second instance of it, because if this was my only copy of Acorn bold.png, that's just what it would look like now. So like you want to have a backup copy. But basically, yeah. So and it's even changed the size of it and everything. So it's went down to 144 by 144 because that's the size of Stream Deck icons. So what's happened here is if we open the cogwheel icon, so Photoshop will, when it's batching, it will open up each of these files, and these files, they get opened up as layer 1. So we select layer 1, and then we transform it. Now I've transformed it to 32%. I think that's what that's like the size I felt like that's pretty much this size. I've like copied this size, transform it to 32%. So I'm trying to think if I can like, I don't know if I can I don't know if I can just like play it like the one part of it. I think it like has to like play the full thing. I don't think I can just like, I feel like I used to be able to just play it like one by one. Maybe if I like, I don't know, if there's like a setting I can change. I'll just have to walk through it like this. So yeah, it selects the layer, basically it clicks on it, and then it transforms it. It does, Control T, and then it makes it 32%. So 32% is what it does. Pretty sure it does that. And then we go to canvas size, which so it's image canvas size. And then Photoshop will make it 144 by 144, and then we'll press OK. And then just proceed. And then wow, look at that. It fits better. Cool. And then I've got a place action. So file place linked, and it will just it'll place the icon background of that's why I've got different actions. I've got one action for yellow because I'll place the yellow background, one action for red, it'll place the red background, whatever. Place that, but it places it on top of the icon. So we use control this button, or this button? It's this button. It's like control bracket, left bracket. And it will pull, and the thing about Photoshop Actions is you can't just like use your mouse. You have to kind of use keyboard shortcuts, because if you don't, keyboard shortcuts is the way to go. It pretty much, because like that's how actions kind of work. If you use a keyboard shortcut, it just makes more sense. So you place the background, move current layer, so that's putting this behind. And then we select layer 1 again, which is always what these are going to be called, layer 1. And then we apply style to 64, which obviously, if you do your own version of these for whatever reason, your style is going to be whatever you named it. But my style is just named style to 64 because I'm lazy and I don't name my styles. So it will apply this style. And then we set a selection. Now, I believe I set the selection in here, but it applies because it's the same file. But basically, in a separate Photoshop document, I did this pretty much. I did one of those. So when it says set selection, it transparency channel of layer green. I don't know what that means. I mean, somehow it works out anyway. Use our transparency channel. I don't know, dude. Whatever. It works, okay? So the reason why I have it select this is because this is what we're going to be centralizing the icon around. If I was just centralizing the icon like in the middle, I could totally just like hold control and then do a select of that. And then, because an issue I ran into when I didn't do this, some of the icons were like going off center and it didn't look good. But yeah, now that, styles applied, you've made your selection, current layer is still layer 1. You do align to the center and then align to this. Honestly, this probably looks worse off for it. And this is what I was saying. It's like, it's never going to be perfect. Because like, if I, maybe I should be a perfectionist and maybe I should go in and, look at every icon that doesn't need to be central. I mean, it doesn't look bad when it's centralized like that. But basically, an icon like this doesn't need to be like weighted to the center like that, because it just like it's just icon things. It doesn't need to be like this is mathematically correct, but like visually correct, this might look a little bit better. It's just these little like things sticking out makes it so, mathematically or whatever, like it doesn't matter. Anyways, it's semantics. It really doesn't matter that much. Anyways, you want to align the icon to this. You want to like wherever you want it. If you want it to be in the middle, that's fine. You can just align the layer, because otherwise they will get a little off center. And from there, when you've aligned it to wherever you want to align it, I guess in my case, I can. How wide is this? I could just copy this. 26 pixels wide. Just do one of these, 26 pixels wide. Boom. I think I did 26 pixels tall too. 26 pixels tall. Boom. Boom. Yeah. And just do the same for the other side. Which is a little more difficult. Usually I just do this, to be honest. And then just like put over there. And then boom. Beautiful. Sorry, I don't have to do this. I'm just being extra, because that's what I'm all about, baby. Cool. I think it was something like that. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. So yeah, this is what the align layer will do. You don't have to do all this. Like, when you're recording a Photoshop action, you don't have to like, you can stop the recording and like just kind of fine tune it to be the things that you actually need. You know, Photoshop doesn't care if you actually put the guides down. It just needs to know, you know, you record this, you select this, you know. So if I record, and then I do a selection like this, boom, it will add. I just added set selection, which let me see what it actually says this time. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is what I was expecting it to say. I don't know why this one up here says set selection to transparency channel of layer green. Oh, it's because I'm stupid because I'm dumb. It's because the one I'm showing you is the centralized icons, which is when I did this. So that's why I'm stupid. Anyways, so yeah, set selection, rectangle. It'll do top 0 pixels, left 26 pixels, bottom 93 pixels, right 180 pixels. Whatever, you know, whatever you're freaking. I don't need that in here. I'll delete this, but yeah. So that's the set selection. Hopefully that made sense. I probably explained that really poorly, but yeah. And then you align that to the layers like I just did, and then you flatten it. And the reason why you flatten it is so you can just click Control S. So now it's done, and then you close it, and then you stop recording, and then you can just batch that. So I'm not going to do a full batch here. But if I can just like delete all these icons except these ones, I can show you guys. I probably should delete these two actually. Let me delete this too. Here. And then we'll do automate batch. The reason I'm not doing all of them is because Photoshop like fully locks in, and you don't get to use Photoshop. you don't get to use Photoshop until it's done. So personally, I added the save and close to the action, but you don't actually have to do that because you can have the destination be set and close. I had already added it. So yeah, source folder, choose the folder you're gonna process. You choose the icon set, the action set, which for the demonstration purposes, we'll just do rainbow, and then press OK, and Photoshop will just do its thing. And it's got to do this 1,500 times. And 1,500 times 7, think about that. And yeah, there we go. All done. Simple as that. It's faster than doing it all manually. But yeah, I just want to take a moment to like nerd out about Photoshop actions. I've been using actions for years. I'm obsessed with them. I love Photoshop actions. They're like, I will make a Photoshop action over like the simplest thing. I can show you. Let me see. What did I make an action for? Yes, I remember. Stream Deck. So I've been trying to put these icons on the Stream Deck, forum, Elgato Marketplace or whatever. So I had to make a little thumbnail for it, which I might just repurpose and use. So there's maybe like a faster way to do this, but obviously to like change out the colors. If I want to release the red pack, I need to do, what am I doing? I need to go into my red pack. I need to type Twitch. So to like update the icons so they're red, I've had to stretch these, funnily enough. So I've just been selecting this and then dropping this here, but it's small. It's not the size that I need it to be. So I literally made a Photoshop action to just 1.5 times the size and then also clip it below. So I just do one click and it's like clipped below. If I didn't clip it below, it would be like hanging out like that. It wouldn't look nice. So I literally just have a Photoshop action just to do that. Like I make Photoshop actions out of everything. I feel like there's probably a way I could probably like fully like automate this as well, but I don't know if I'm gonna have that many icon packs to where it'd be worth setting up a Photoshop action for all that. But yeah, if I just do the only pain in the ass is having to click this. So the reason why I'm control selecting, oh my god, the reason why I'm control selecting the microphone is so like it immediately goes there. Because if I just drag this in, if I just go light, if I just drag this in, it just goes like anywhere. I mean, that's not where it needs to be. So control clicking here, go light bulb, drag it in, and just pop. Click the action, done. And this is a bit of a pain in the ass. It's not the most it's not the fastest thing in the world, but you know, I can get through it pretty quickly. It's not terrible. It's not the worst. But yeah, that's Photoshop Actions, and that's my Elgato Stream Deck icon packs. I'll be releasing the other colors soon as I can. Honestly, the thing stopping me from releasing the colors is just having to put them into a Stream Deck icon file, which is it's just busy work. It's just, it's nothing. It's not difficult. It's just tedious. So that's that's the only reason why I'm like, okay, I'm going to not just do all this at once. So I don't, I don't know how many people even care about this. I'm sure, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm the only person that ever uses these, but like to my fellow content creators, my fellow Americans, that have Stream Decks, all these prerequisites. Like I said, you can get Stream Decks. Like you can use a Stream Deck. You think you don't even have to be a content creator to use a Stream Deck. Stream Decks, they're literally just shortcuts, like really, really nice shortcuts. You can literally have like a mobile Stream Deck set up like this. Like it's just the Elgato app. It's really nice that they do stuff like that, to be honest. And yeah, you can literally just, like my Stream Deck. I love my Stream Deck. I've got a button to put my Stream Deck to sleep. I've got friggin' an auto clicker, so I can just click it and my mouse starts clicking left. I mean, that's what this came from. This little highlighter right here. I just click my Stream Deck and I get the highlighter. This is a speed test. This also highlights my mouse, but like in a different way. I've got a screen ruler, which I like never ever use, but I just haven't had the heart to remove it. It's like Windows Power Toys stuff. I mean, it came in handy a few times. This like makes it so my apps are always on top. So like if I didn't want to, if I didn't want this to leave my site, I use this quite a lot actually. I use, app on top or a lot or whatever. Crop lock is really funny. I can like select a certain part of a program. It's so cool, man. I love what you can do with computers, dude. These are the extra F buttons. Did you know that there's F1 all the way up to 24? It goes beyond F12. I just have these extra F buttons if I ever need them for whatever reason, because I love shortcuts. This is just for VBA, so I can like remove the the background and stuff like that. Because like usually in VBA you've got to like to remove like the layers, you got to like go into layer and click and da. It's a pain in the ass. So that's for that. My Elgato lights. I need to go through. Oh yeah, I can update this to yellow now. I'd rather this be yellow. I just released the yellow ones. So let me do folder. And oops, that's not how you spell folder. Folder. And then if I scroll down here, wow, look at that. Folder icon. Yippee. I need to update all this, to be honest. Yeah, this is like what my attempt at like icons used to be before. I used to these are all like manually made, by the way. Like I manually made all of these. It's just text with like a gradient, and it's just, I don't know, man. I'd rather just, I think I like this is a nice icon. Like some of the icons are nice, but the ones that are just text, it's just like whatever. They're not bad. They're not bad icons. I love the dramatic end stream. they're not bad icons. But like, yeah, like this is literally just like, on the fly, I needed to make an icon. So now instead, PokePath TD, I can just like have like I don't know, like game. Just have like a whatever, and have that be there. Tahoma, my favorite font. I don't know what this is for exactly. Oh wait, these are my these are my different like zooming for the scene. Cool, cute. Yeah. Anyways, icons. I can actually, I added a blank icon too. So if you want if you just want like the nice gradient, then yeah, there you go. You just have a nice gradient. That's that. I'm actually going to be updating these really fast. Blank. I won't do any editing on this video. I'm probably just going to drop it the way it is. Oh yeah, that's me nerding out over OBS, OBS, Photoshop actions, check out my website for free stuff because I'm dropping free stuff over there. You guys have to watch me finish this because I was on a roll, and you know, I want you to. Oh, oop, what did I do? I messed up. Oh yeah, I've got to put it right here. My fault. See, this is a good example of where app on top is really good. Well, it would be if my actions weren't over there. Let me do this. Here we go. Boom. Wait. Is it actually gonna, did it work? Yay, it worked. Okay. And then friggin' text. Cool. Boom. Boom. There we go. So I don't have to constantly go down to the bottom. Dude, I constantly, it's a warning. I constantly, like, there's so many icons in this pack, by the way. If you're still watching, thanks, I think. Why are you here? There's so many icons in this pack. Like, there's some things, like, there's no, like, Photoshop icon. There's no icons for some specific things that people might be used to having in, like, little icon packs like this. But, like, I really like, you know, like, there's Discord. I think there's, honestly, I think you'd be hard-pressed not to find an icon and find a use for it, you know, like, you know, you'd be hard pressed. It might not be as personable as like the PlayStation 5 icon, but it's, I like it. I think these are nice. So these are for the red ones. I've got to make so many like little, it's my, honestly, I don't have to do this. This is entirely on me, but Stream Deck, where's my folder? Here it is. Here's my folder. Yippee. I'm just gonna name it yellow. This is what we call co-working. I'm not even live. I will say I have recorded. I need to edit it. I've recorded like a commission, like 3 hours of a commission. And I will say I feel like I focused up so much better. Like not even like knowing I'm gonna release this or anything. I just focused up knowing that like there was like a camera on me. Weird how that works, huh? Let me put this down here. Put this down here. Cool. Oh, I need to update the yellow one. My fault, gang. I don't have to do this for all of this, to be honest, but I do because it's for the love of the game. For the love of the game. And that means I'll get to release the red ones next. Yippee! You guys got to watch the launch of the red icons. I mean, it's the video is on YouTube. That was unintentional, but the video is on YouTube, so makes sense to me. I just need to swap these over. Bish bash bosh. Boom boom boom. There we go. Updated. Yeah, it's just meant to. This is like for the Elgato page. I don't even know if the Elgato page is going to accept it. I'm just assuming it will. It might not. But like, yeah, like you're allowed to. I'm allowed to like edit these icons as long as you give full credit, which I've basically just been like, I did not design these. I just stylized these. These are stylized icons. I've been shouting it from the rooftops. I did not make these. These icons are beautiful. Shout out to the people that made the icons. I didn't make the icons. I just made them pretty. You know, I just stylized them for Stream Deck. There's one more thing I need to do, which is for hoodcal.com. This, here we go. You can update this. And yes, I'm making you guys hold my hand while I go through this. So I just so I get it done. Just so I get it done. This is like the laziest shit I've ever done. This boom, updated. Let me just put it down here. Boom, hide these. Sorted, save, sorted. They're red now. Yeah, I should probably like, I don't know, there's a faster way to do that. Yeah, whatever. Oh, that's not the one I update. Red glass icons. I should probably not be lazy, and I should probably like make it so the text at the bottom. Whatever, I'm lazy. It doesn't matter. It do not matter. Yeah, there we go. No, it's ready for my website. So the red ones will probably be up on my website as well. God, should I show you guys compiling them? Maybe I should show you guys me compiling them so you can see how it works. I think it's pretty cool. Do you guys deserve it? Have you been good? Let me see. So this is the website, iconpacman.elgato.com. And then, so let me do my, just take all these, Control A, drop them in. Now, oh God, hold on, let me just, where's red? Here's red, let me get rid of that. I'm going to take red, so I've been doing this. I'm going to put red at the top, and we're going to name it blank. I'm going to name it blank. Red, this is also going to be the icon for the pack. So we're going to put that here. Cool. And then, yeah, you just have to name it, which I'll be real. I don't remember my naming scheme, so I'm just going to open the icon pack from here, I believe. Yeah, I'll just do this one. Cool. Like I said, I've been crediting these guys every moment I can. Let's do version 1.0.1. The tag I've been using is just room to type, which is inspired by the. Whenever I go to this store, there's chicken, and it's called like room to grow or something. So I totally just like ripped that off. Room to type. Be a purple glass. We're going to change this to red glass. And then the room to type dash room to type dash red glass. Cool. And we're going to copy this over. I'm just being totally lazy. The let me copy this over. Well, URL, yippee. And then the author is Phosphor Icons and HoodCal. Cool. And that's that. They're ready to export. So now, install. It'll take a moment because there's a lot of icons. But now we have, and when I come here, right click, open Stream Deck icon library. I have, I wish red icons. Now I type in app. I can do one of these. Yippee! I can color code things better now. I've got red. Color red unlocked. Yeah, that's that. That is my funny little thing. Obviously I can like update these and stuff like that too. As you saw, I opened this one up. So I can literally like update this. It's still loading the icons. Yeah, close. I don't need you to do all that. Chill, bro. Yeah. Fun. Now I can upload this to my website, which is a whole other thing because my files are limited to 25 megabytes. I literally have to put them in a PDF document. So I'm gonna go do that now. But y'all be easy. Thanks for hanging with me while oh my, wait, this is in 40 minutes. Oh my God.